Hi, Capricorn. Thank you for tuning in to your fall forecast for 2020. You guys have a lot of changes happening. And I said you guys, I meant to say us because I am Capricorn rising. Um, and the funny thing is, a lot of the cards that came out for Capricorn also came out for Pisces earlier. So it's like a double hit for me with this reading. But what I will say is that there is a lot of changes that are taking place for Capricorns, all right? We are going through this big transformation period, not just our careers, business, and finances, but also when it comes to our love and relationships. You know, with that side of things, too, we are actually heading into new territory where our spirit guides are asking us to put aside a lot of what we have been holding back. A lot of us are in this fog right now where we don't want to let our guards down because it's so much more easier for us to always have our armor up, right? We don't let anyone in. We can just stay focused on our career because we know if we stay focused on our career and our businesses, we know that there's no one that's going to come in to distract us, right? Whether, it is an acquaintance or, someone we really want to go further in the relationship with. Regardless, we know that if we don't pay that any attention, that we won't get distracted. And that things are about to shake up for many of us as we go into fall. Now, getting started with the career. We are in a season where a lot of people are unsure of what to expect next, especially with the pandemic. This pandemic has made people really take a step back and try to think about and figure out what it is they want to do with themselves. For many of us, we have to look at a lot of where we were in the past and whether or not we were actually happy in our careers and our businesses. We also had to look at whether or not we were really fulfilling our life purpose. Because for many of us, we were lowballing ourselves, right? We were staying in this spot because it was comfortable, not because we felt fulfilled, rather. And the universe wants us to get up out of that comfort zone. If you want to do big things, you have to get up out of that comfort zone. And I think that this is the main theme for Capricorn as we go into the fall. You may be feeling stuck, but it's all an illusion, Capricorn, all right? You're feeling stuck because you're trying to be the perfectionist. You're trying to be Miss Perfectionist. You're trying to make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Okay. Everything is working out the way you want it to work out, but that's not how life goes. There are times when we have to at least take a step back and try to listen to the voice of spirit because usually magic happens when we least expect it. Okay. And for many of us, the universe is trying to teach us that lesson. We cannot control every facet of our lives. Now, many of us have been in this Queen of Wands energy, right? We've been building up our queendom. We've been looking at finances. We've been looking at careers, building up our businesses. We could care less about everything else so long as we know that our needs met, right? Because we are hard workers. At the same time, the universe is just like, we've been too hard on ourselves for a long time, this couple months in since the pandemic started. And since the pandemic has started, we have been beating ourselves up because we don't feel as if we have been doing enough in order to get to where we're supposed to go, right? So because we've been beating ourselves up, we've been engaging in what you call analysis paralysis, okay? You sit up here and you try to be Miss Perfectionist to your own detriment. Okay, so you will sit up there and you will look at something and you will analyze it so much so that you don't even make any moves at all, right? And so we end up being stuck. We end up being back where we started at. So as we go into the fall season, Spirit is saying you need to release this need to control every facet of your life. It's holding us back, Capricorn, all right? Now, Six of Pentacles, we have been in this spirit of giving. Every time someone needs something, we're there, right? Every time a family member or a loved one come to us and they need something, we're always there. We're ready to give. Spirit is saying you have to take a step back, take care of yourself. Because in order for you to go into this next season, now remember I said Death card was the theme for this reading. You have the Tower card also coming out in this reading as well. So things are changing for us. And a lot of people see Tower and they see the Death card and they're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? But this card is not, a punishment from the universe. What it's saying is that the trajectory that you were going in on, it did not yield the results that you were looking for, that you were hoping for. So Spirit has to destroy a lot of what you have around you, okay, in order for you to get back on track so that you can fulfill your life purpose, okay, so that you can have access to the abundance that the universe has for you. Temperance in reverse. But the problem is, Capricorn, a lot of us are just too impatient. We want things when we want things. This message is actually really, really talking to me because I was going through it the past 48 hours. I'm just like, Spirit, where is it? Right? I've done everything right. I've been doing all the manifestation stuff. Spirit, where is it? And I'm pretty sure my spirit guides are sick of me right about now. But many of us are impatient, and Spirit is saying you have to be patient in order to receive what is coming to you, okay? Because what is coming to you is better than what you had before, all right? So again, like I said, theme card here is the Death card. Now, as we get into love and relationships, okay, because a lot of us, we don't want to let this guard down. And I know we put that guard up because it's a safe haven there, right? We are, for many of us, we're ambitious women, okay? We're what they call alpha women. We know what we want and we're going to get it. And we are not going to let someone deter us from getting what we have our heart set out on. All right? But here's the thing. Sometimes when you guard your heart a little bit too much, you stop the magic from coming in, all right? Many of us are holding back because we've been in past relationships where there was a lack of communication, the Lovers in reverse, okay? It wasn't reciprocated, right? We gave more of ourselves than what the other person gave. And so what we ended up doing, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, we ended up overexerting ourselves, becoming a workaholic. Because instead of dealing with the feelings of rejection or disappointment, it's much easier for us to just put all of our energy into our work. And so what do? We just create. We stay busy, right? We don't feel what we need to feel regarding that loss. We don't process that grief because we've been in relationships where we have carried most of the burden on our shoulders, 10 of Wands. And that's why for many of us who have these traits, right, we know what we want when we come into a relationship because we've been there, right? We've done all the things. We've been in a relationship where it was like we were wearing the pants, right, ladies? We were dotting the I's, crossing the T's. And now we're like, we don't want that, right? We want someone who can meet us halfway. But we know it's difficult to find that, especially in today's world. So what do? We we strictly focus in on our work. Four Swords in reverse, okay? Many of us have not addressed our feelings related to this, right? These feelings keep coming up every time there's a full moon because the universe wants us to release our trepidation around letting go of certain areas of our lives. And we don't understand that the way we have been going about doing things, just completely immersing ourselves in our work so we don't have to deal with feelings and all of that stuff, we're going to end up burning ourselves out. And we don't see the danger that is attached to doing that, right? Four of Pentacles, we're being selfish a little bit too. So because we know that there have been times in the past where we've been played, we had to be the ones that gave up most of the sacrifices, whether that was financially or emotionally, whatever it might be, right? So we're going to be selfish with our time. We're going to be selfish with our energy. We're going to be selfish with our space. If you want to come into my life, then you're going to have to bring something of substance in order for you to come into my life. And don't get me wrong, that is a wonderful way to look at this, especially in the time frame that we're living in now, right? Because we have boys who call themselves men, pretty much, who don't have their stuff together. They don't have their ish together. And they're looking for a woman to take care of them, right? So we have to put up these barriers because we're ambitious. And in order for us to continue to be successful, right, and continue to slay our goals, we have to be aligned with the partner who is on the same wavelength that we are. So all of that is gravy. That's perfect. But here's the caveat to that. Some of us have become completely impatient, right? Because we don't see a partner that is suitable for us, okay? We don't see someone who is worthy of our time, who's worthy of our attention and our affection. So we completely dismiss all prospects, right? Because we're sick of it. We're tired of dealing with the BS. We're tired of dealing with the drama, right? We're tired of entertaining the hello, beautiful in your inbox. It's just like all of the dudes, they just follow the same lame ass script, right? Hello, beautiful. Okay. What's going on? What are you bringing to the table? Don't waste my damn time, right? And so we end up getting fed up. But the universe is like, we put ourselves in this predicament of thinking that there's no way out, okay? That we're just stuck. We're not going to find the one, and that's not the case. Last three cards for us, Capricorn. Two of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. We're meant to have access to abundance in all of its forms, okay? Abundance can come to us in a myriad of ways. It can be financial abundance, right? It can come to us in a way where we have all of our needs met, where we feel supported, where our soul family members come into our lives, where our divine counterparts coming into our lives. And the universe is saying, stop trying to logically control and try to figure out what is going to happen in the future, because there are some things you cannot control for. There are some things you're going to have to sit back, hope for the best, right? And take your spirit guides at their word. That they are supporting you, that they are protecting you, that they are guiding you on your journey. So in essence, the theme of this reading is for us as ladies with Capricorn placements is to let go. We've been doing the thing for too long where we have just been trying to do everything on our own, right? And the universe is like, stop doing that because you are burning yourself out. You're wearing yourself thin. It's not meant for you to do everything on your own. The fact that you have not met your divine counterpart yet is not because this person doesn't exist. It's because this person has some issues they need to clean up on their side too. And they cannot come to you until they have learned their lesson, okay? Until they're open to the messages their guides have to say to them. Don't lose hope, ladies. Thank you for joining me for this general group reading. If you would like a personal reading, please send me an email at katrina@pisceanspirituality.org. Take care and have a wonderful week.